Am I live? I guess I'm live. What's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo, otherwise known as Mundane Matt. Today is the 10th of June, 2000, and I'm going to say 18. It feels that way. And of course, we just wrapped up the Bethesda E3 stream, as you can tell. I am very happy with how things turned out, with how things went. I had a good time watching it. Best one of the day by far, even though Microsoft wasn't horrible. I thought Bethesda did a pretty good job. And we're just going to bring this up here so I can have the chat and whatever. What's going on? What's going on, Joey? Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. Not on camera, at least. I just didn't feel like turning on my other cam. I know, man. Seriously, when Todd's like, "Oh, by the way, we have another game we're working on, and it's one you've all wanted," and it cut to black. I was feeding my daughter, and I legitimately just started shouting, "You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch, Todd!" And then, of course, here comes Elder Scrolls, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." The fucking the games, they're fun. They're fun to me. That's the whole point. Yeah, Brownie, I completely agree. Elder Scrolls 6 made everyone collectively jizz themselves. I fully agree. A lot of fun though. The whole hour and a half went by pretty quick. And I'd say, I mean, there's a couple lull points here and there, you know, a couple like Jeb Bush, please clap moments. But I thought was really funny was when they were talking about Rage 2, and you had the guy from id next to the guy from Avalanche, and the guy from id was like a solid 2 feet shorter than the dude from Avalanche, and he made the tall reference and then kind of like tossed it up, right? Like I feel like that was a little bit on the non-rehearsed side, and then the other guy's like, I don't get what you're saying, and it's just like, I'm up here by myself, like I'm the asshole now. You son of a bitch. You son of a, you know. And then everyone's kind of like collectively. I cracked up laughing. I thought it was pretty goddamn funny. Yeah, Doom Eternal, man. Fuck yeah, Doom Eternal. Holy shit, that was great. I know Andrew WK. Like people were. I was looking at the crowd's reaction to Andrew WK. I mean, I'm literally at home, like, you know, devil horning this shit, right? Fucking singing along. Then again, I'm in my mid 30s. So when that song dropped, I was in my early 20s. So I'm like, yeah, you bring out, you know, you bring out some Andrew WK and it's going to get this party started. But people there were just like, I'm not too sure how to react to this. It's a white man with long hair dancing around on the stage. I'm not too sure if I should applaud the transgendered person or if I should be appalled at transphobia that I'm seeing here. I don't know. Like, people just weren't reacting. Like, how do you not react to Andrew WK? It was very awkward. Very, very awkward. Elder Scrolls 6, your life is complete now. Elder Scrolls 6 Hammerfall, yay or nay? I don't know, man. I'm not entirely super in-depth on the lore. So I believe Razorfist had made a comment about Daggerfall. Like, I would look to him for having a more definitely having more of a solid idea. But is it weird? Is it wrong? Is it wrong that I just want there to be like more Morrowind? You know, not Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind, but like just a current gen remake of Morrowind. Like, is that so much to ask? Could you just HD res the fucking textures? You know, keep everything else. Maybe the combat system could be overhauled, but still keep everything else. Keep the crab that I can build a castle with, or whatever the fuck it is. There's one of those missions you can build a castle. Fuck EA Games, Todd Howard, the man 1E3. Todd brought it. Like, when right before, okay, like the thing is, Todd leaning into the meme with that little commercial for Skyrim Alexa with Keegan Michael Key was amazing. Or Keegan Michael Key. That was fantastic. That was leaning into the meme 100%. Loving it 100%, having a ball with it. And honest to God, I was like legitimately like sold on that product. I know it doesn't exist, but it like legit, I'm a big audio guy. So it's like, for me, having Alexa, like, someone should do this. Someone should program a game where it's audio. It's basically the Alexa is like the dungeon master, right? And so you've got it. And you're just like, imagine like you're stuck in traffic on your way to work in the morning, right? Most people drive solo. Most people roll solo to work, single car, you're by yourself, you have an hour commute both ways. And it's just one of the most experiences of your week. It's fucking 10 hours a week of shit, of just pure unadulterated shit. You hate it. You got to do it. You get the money. But what if, just what if, you had the ability of like a dungeon master and you could go on quests, right? And so you're sitting in your car, you're stuck in traffic, you're gridlocked, you got your coffee, you're sitting there and you're like, all right, what's next? And like, okay, picking up where yesterday left off, you find yourself outside of a cave. It appears to have not been touched in 1,000 years. There is a you know, and it kind of builds the tone. It sets the world. And you're like, okay, check inventory, and it kind of runs through your inventory, and you go, okay, like take this potion, do this, and then go into the cave, and like it just kind of like takes you through. Yeah, it'd be very kind of on rails, and so on and so forth. But when it came to the combat, you go, okay, what's my hit points? What's this? And you could like sit there and like have these epic audio battles and shit, right? You could have these epic audio experiences just by yourself. It's and the thing is, I think more people would be into it than not. I'm not even fucking like, making that up. I think if you did a single player audio version of like Dungeons and Dragons, that would fucking do gangbusters, right? It would just do gangbusters because you sit like you're stuck in traffic, you're stuck at the drive-through, right? And you're able to go in and complete a quest real quick or whatever. To me, that'd be pretty cool. What's going on, Casual Cali? Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. I know I haven't done one in a stream in a while. So basically you want a text-to-speech version of an adventure? Yeah, Rattlesnake. Yeah, I do. I think that'd be fucking dope, man. I think that'd be fucking dope. Why kill off Hitler in 2 when you're gonna make Wolfenstein 3? Well, they didn't kill off Hitler in 2. So Hitler is alive in Wolfenstein 2. Skyrim, very, very special. Totally. Fallout's fucking dead. Nah, I think Fallout 76 is gonna be pretty fucking good. What's going on, Yandorian? I'm so sorry, it's early in the morning there. Morrowind Remastered exists. It's called Skywind. Is that a thing? I've never heard of that before. Max. I've never heard of that before. So I'm gonna sit there and say I'm gonna believe you. So yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah, I know it was sure like crazy. Like I know an audio version of Skyrim or something equivalent would do very well in California or anywhere where there's also traffic. So San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Chicago, Washington, D.C., New York City. What do I think of Rage 2? I liked it, man. I fucking love Avalanche. Avalanche is one of my favorite developers. I think Mad Max is a wholly underrated game. I fucking love. Hold on a sec. Okay. Hold on. My sister's in labor right now, or she had a C-section, so I'm just okay. That they just told me that the baby and mommy are doing fine, which is good. Hold on. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out if I need to head up to the hospital. I know I have to. I just want to know what time I need to head up. So, oh yeah, Rich was stream. I didn't get the chance to do a stream. I might do a stream. I might host a stream during the Ubisoft conference tomorrow, because I'm a big Ubisoft guy and whatnot. But I was just watching it on my TV. I was hanging out with my kid. Thank you, Lunor. This is her second. This is her second child. So she was in labor for like 60 some odd hours, right? Like 6-minute contractions for like 2.5, 3 days almost. So we're all kind of laughing at her. So there's that. But no, baby should be good. She had her second son. So I could go see my my nephew here pretty soon. Oh, is Devolver Digital, is that on tonight? Are they actually doing anything, or is it just like repeat of last year? Last year was hysterical to me. Okay, cool. All right. Let me bring on a friend because Max Darrett wants to come on, or I invited him on. So, all right, send him that link. There we go. Okay. So it was hilarious. I'll watch it again. Okay. Oh no, it's going on right now. So is Fallout 76 a solo as you can play offline, or are you gonna play online? I think it's the way I interpreted it is that you could do offline. Maybe not offline, but in like your own server, right? Like you could do a solo thing. You could run it solo. But at the same time, I'm not too sure. People have said they've interpreted it the other way. We'll get guaranteed. We'll get confirmation like by tomorrow, if not tonight. But my God, I cannot wait for Fallout 76. I am so fucking excited for that one. Like I don't give a fuck that it's online exclusive. I don't give a shit. That doesn't bother me at all. You know, I'm looking forward to a new Fallout game. It looks fantastic. And it's not like it's going to be more like GTA Online than it is going to be Elder Scrolls Online. So I think that's how I kind of interpret it. And the whole nuke situation, that's going to add some seriously interesting gameplay. People are going to be pissed though, because that's the whole thing is like, they're going to be pissed off because they're like, you know, they're like, I don't want to fucking spend all this time earning my shit and then just to lose it. I'm like, well, yeah, but it's a softcore survival game. I mean, these things kind of happen. So you got to be fucking, you got to store your shit. I think you have to store it. What's going on, Willie? How are you? Hey, what's going on, Joaquin? If you run it solo, will I start calling you solo? No. No, I won't. Oh, Casual says here, it's a shame no more Mad Max things will come. I know. I really enjoyed Mad Max. It was great. I really enjoyed it. What's going on, German Vermocht? How are you, buddy? We're finally ready to make America great again. Oh, Jesus. Am I excited for Cyberpunk 2077? Oh yeah, 100%, man. 100%. So let's see here. I really want to play it. CD Projekt Red's a fantastic developer. And this one is going to probably be just as good. MLP Death Dealer 32 says, Fallout doesn't fucking need multiplayer. How fucking hard is that to understand? Fucking Bethesda. Well, I'm going to disagree with you because the idea was interesting. His entire argument there was all of these times playing these games and having this singular experience. And I remember when Oblivion came out back, fucking 12 years ago, when it dropped, my best friend and I would sit there, we'd go on Xbox Live voice chat and we'd each be playing and we'd each be telling each other our experiences. And it felt like we were playing together, albeit separately. Like we're just in different parts of the world doing different things. Having the ability to kind of come together and run these missions and do this kind of shit together, I think is gonna be good for Fallout. All right, I think it's gonna be fine. And you don't have to play with other people. So there's that. But you will be in a room with in a big ass world that's bigger than Fallout 4 with 25 other people. So who knows? Your likelihood of running into somebody else could be what they said about No Man's Sky. It'd be better if Fallout had optional multiplayer. Yes, I agree. And I have a feeling if there's enough fan pushback, which look, here's the thing. If you don't like the idea, tweet them you don't like the idea. Tell them you want an offline version. Tell them you want an offline only version. Like they still got time. You know, I would hammer it down Todd Howard's throat, you know, threaten to just start buying Samsung smart refrigerators instead of Fallout 76. Well, he says, yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Phil Farkley. He said it can be totally solo if you want, but then it's like it's always online. Like what does this come from here? Where is that line? Where is that going to be? We don't know yet. Any opinion on Wolfenstein? Here's the thing. I didn't think, okay. Wolfenstein, The New Order. Oh my God, that game is fucking good. I fucking loved Wolfenstein. The Old Blood, I love that too. I thought that was a lot of fun. Wolfenstein 2 was a good game. It lost itself along the way of being a great game. I think because and this is just the criticism that I had at the time, was it kind of had its head up its ass a little bit. The game, as much as I love machine games, I thought they tried a little bit too hard. It was too cinematic. I like the over the top shit with the characters, but it became so unbelievable, especially when BJ gets beheaded and they reattach his body, to a droid body and everything else. And then it's like, but he died at the end of the first game. They brought him back by having him be in that suit, which keeps him alive. Then he gets beheaded. Then they take his brain. They have 2 minutes to attach it to another body, like they did with the monkey cat. And it's like, and I kind of called that as soon as I saw the monkey cat, I'm like, oh, that's going to be like a second act thing. You know, he goes to fucking, goes to Venus and fights Hitler. And it's like, and finds Hitler and does all that shit. I felt it was so over the top. It was just, and by the time I got to the end of Wolfenstein 2, I was ready for it to be over. And I haven't gone back to replay it, where I've replayed the other ones. So I'm a little bit like iffy on that one, but being this is Blazkowicz's twin daughters, there's going to be co-op in there. That's going to be a lot of fun. Machine Games is a fantastic developer. I loved them when they were Starbreeze. I love them now. I totally support what they do. And I feel this is kind of the cool thing about this Bethesda E3 was the mere fact that they were able to bring in so many different elements. And I just saw that Max popped in. What's going on, Max? How are you, buddy?
Hey man, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah.
Cool. What's popping, Doug?
Not too much, man. What'd you think of the what'd you think of that show?
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that of the 3 that we've seen so far, it's definitely the most impressive. What I will say that I think was quite observable for the Bethesda conference is that there was definitely they definitely planned the way that they were showcasing their games, and it was definitely from the least like there's some things that they had to get out of the way first, like obviously Rage 2 and all the DLC and expansions, and then it was just a consistent crescendo upwards to all the good stuff. Todd Howard comes out, you know that shit is going to go down, and it did. I loved what they were showing with Fallout 76. I was actually slightly impressed with the Blade stuff. I don't think I'll get it because I'm not a mobile gamer, but
I'm gonna give it a shot. My phone can run it. My phone can run Skyrim essentially at this point. I got the Samsung Galaxy S8. I think it could probably run this Blades thing. I don't know. I wasn't super impressed with Blades, to be honest with you. Like Legends seems cool. Like I will download Legends and play. I should because I've been looking for a new card game. And Hearthstone at this point feels like it's just completely worthless to even jump into.
Yeah, I suppose I'm just giving Blades a little bit of more leeway just because I have such a strong place in my heart for the Blades lore of the Elder Scrolls, and particularly Cyrodiil, which is where it seems like the game is taking place.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, I Bane R6 says in the chat, can your phone run Crisis? I'm gonna say it probably could run Crisis at this point. I know, I get that. I totally get that. The thing is, like, the lore of Elder Scrolls and all of that shit is fantastic. Like I love the lore, and I'm just like I want to check it out for that. Definitely. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a go. Part of me feels like, because they showcased Fallout Shelter, right, which I'm so tempted to download on my Switch before I go out to the hospital tonight, depending on what's going on. I don't know why I went to the hospital. It's on my fucking phone. Or why I went on my Switch. It's on my phone. It's just, again, it's like Todd Howard. I'm going to put Skyrim on your pacemaker, and
make sure you're introducing your sister's new kid to all the best in gaming right out of the womb.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, here's a bottle. It's a smart bottle. You can play Skyrim on. I did make a crack that, like, right before they announced something. I think it was like I say, oh, Todd Howard's going to come out and announce that you can play Skyrim in VR and Fallout 76. And then, of course, no, that was right before the commercial. That commercial was godly. That was godly. I was laughing so hard during all of that.
People are sleeping in my house and they're telling me to shut the hell up. I was actually laughing so hard at that, and it was even worse when obviously Elder Scrolls 6, the logo showed up.
Oh yeah,
I was
my
like,
girlfriend was sitting with me watching it because we were watching it on our TV. And she was like, I don't get it. I'm not going to explain it to you right now.
I'm just nerds.
I'm sitting there, I'm chuckling from ear to fucking ear. Like, oh dear. Because not only am I loving the concept of it, I'm loving the joke, I'm also immediately drawn to the idea. Like, that's an awesome idea. Like I would absolutely 100% partake in something like that. Like to sit there and like have a fucking audio experience being like a Dungeons and Dragons audio experience sort of thing. Because I do believe that the future ultimately is audio. However weird that sounds, saying that on a video-based platform, but that's just the way I see it. And then looking at that was pretty great. But everyone's all like, fucking everyone, Bethesda wins because of Elder Scrolls 6. That's all. They could have had the worst show in history. They could have been bad EA's yesterday, right? That was pretty bad. And then they could have dropped it with like Elder Scrolls 6, and it just would have been like, yeah, you guys won.
Don't worry about all this other. Yeah, we know, we're just pushing this all aside. Just forgive us. Hey, here's Elder Scrolls 6, and then everything would have been forgiven. They would have been second best right behind Sony. I'm still thinking. What?
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead. It's actually, I can finish up.
I was just gonna say, even though I really, really liked what Bethesda did here, I'm still pulling for Sony based on.
Sony's gonna win only because of what they have to offer. Yeah. Right. It's like, so hey everyone, you like Spider-Man? Spider-Man's here. You like Last of Us? Last of Us 2's here. Days Gone, that's here.
Yeah, Death Stranding. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got. But what I will say though is I loved I loved Pete Hines throwing a little bit of shade at Walmart Canada.
Yeah,
That was good.
I
That was
appreciate the self-awareness and especially Howard's acceptance that he is a living meme, and they're
yeah.
just playing with that to the fullest extent. So
But it's
kudos to
gonna
them.
work.
Mm,
It's going to translate to sales.
absolutely.
You know? It's going to be like they get the joke. They get the humor. That's fantastic. I mean, like, you know, it's just at the end of that commercial when he's playing Skyrim a fucking refrigerator.
There's gonna be
ice. It's like that's cool.
Oh man, there's gonna be so many memes made out of that tomorrow morning. Of
I'm sure people are already
keep playing on
up
the
right now.
Oh, totally. Yeah, like throughout this entire fucking conference, I'm just like, that's a meme. That's gonna be a meme. That's gonna be the biggest meme. I'm gonna see that in every fucking IGN comments section tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, but Elder Scrolls 6. Quick question: What do you think? Where do you think that's actually taking place? Just based on the landscape.
I have no idea. It could be someplace new. It could be some. I have a feeling. I have a feeling they're going to probably want to go someplace new, but at the same time, they also may want to go back. It's probably going to be, you know, whatever happened in Arena or Daggerfall, because he made mention of Arena.
Yeah.
When talking about Blades, and I don't know if that was like a lead-in for something, but it's like that's kind of a really obscure thing to mention.
Well, I think the reason why he brought that up is because Arena had, if I'm not mistaken, oh no, wait, that was Daggerfall that was procedurally generated.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay, yeah, then yeah, maybe you have a point there. Can I offer you my quick theory?
Go ahead, man. Yeah,
okay,
sure.
so if I'm not mistaken, I think it was last year, there was this memo that was leaked about what Bethesda was not allowed to talk about. And one of those things was this thing called Project Greenheart. Now, people in the comments, if this is a fake, please let me know in the chat because I'll have my eye on it in a second. But if this thing is real, it had listed on the things that they can't talk about as Project Greenheart. Now, Greenheart is a town and or city in Valenwood, which is directly south of Cyrodiil, to the west of Elsewhere, and borders on the coast. And I'm just thinking, you know, because of what we saw there and sort of the terrain and how it's next to the coast, maybe that's just further confirmation adding to that speculation. But who knows? I think that's the most likely place. Plus, we got to see the high elves. Plus, it seems like the most obvious place to put it instead of somewhere like in the middle of the desert, like in Elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they because again, I'm just gonna kind of go in like fucking you know, I'm just gonna go in as like open as it can be, essentially. You know, because there's so much lore I don't know about that franchise. Like I like it, but I have not invested the time.
Yeah.
Like if someone like, is there a YouTube channel that dedicates to the lore?
Oh, there probably is.
Because like I would like if someone could, I would watch that. Like I would watch that. I'd be like, okay, like you know, like Comic Girl 19 did a whole thing about like the history of Westeros and the different houses, and I watched that. And I'm like, oh, now I understand more about the show. Cool. Because like I got a fucking 6-month-old and I run 2 channels full time. I have no time for really diving. I barely have time to play video games.
Well, as somebody who I have my own channel, shameless plug, and a lot of the types of videos that I do on my channel are delving into the subtext and the lore of existing games, and there's actually quite a big audience for that. I would imagine there's definitely that sort of thing for Elder Scrolls, for Fallout, because that's how I found out the meaning of 76 for Fallout, because apparently before any of the demos were shown today at the conference, people are already saying, "Oh yeah, Fallout 76, Vault 76 is one of the first vaults that was let out into the wasteland," and yada yada yada. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, man.
Oh, people are going to dive in, and Bethesda knows how to play to an audience.
Oh yeah, the perfect example tonight. I absolutely adored this conference, and I cannot wait to see how Sony tops it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, or Ubisoft, because you can never fully discount Ubisoft.
Hey man, if they announce Splinter Cell tomorrow, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit because what's the word? I've been on a dry spell when it comes to fulfilling stealth games, especially since Metal Gear, which is my franchise, is completely gone kaputs.
Yeah, I would argue, is that like I wouldn't say that Metal Gear 5 is a stealth game anymore.
Well,
There's stealth elements, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
argue that I wouldn't say that it's a stealth game.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I guess because I'm the kind of guy who's played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 100 times each. So I, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
No, I've watched your videos on it. I've watched your videos. They're pretty good. I beat the first. I beat Metal Gear Solid. Could never get into Metal Gear 2 or 3. Never touched 4 and 5. I enjoyed until the plot went tits up and yeah. Well, also the fact that there wasn't a completed plot in the game.
mm-hmm.
So there's that. But someone was talking about Doom 2, Doom Eternal.
Hey man, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't played Doom before, but everybody, all my friends are telling me that it's an absolute blast, absolute return to what made the original FPS is great. And I can imagine, like, I was watching this with a friend of mine when Doom 2 came up, and they were talking about what's going to be in it. He was losing his shit. So that's a great win.
Oh yeah, I love Doom. I thought Doom 2016 was fantastic. The only thing I didn't like about that game was the multiplayer, which you could tell that they were very much trying to channel like Quake and like the early FPS stuff from like the very fast-paced stuff from back in the day. But it didn't really work out well. No one really liked it. Like the Doom beta came out and it was just a multiplayer beta, and no one liked it. Like Total Biscuit was just completely shredding it, right? And I was laughing my ass off because like, yeah, the beta sucked, but then here comes the game and everyone's like, it's a godsend. It's amazing. It's so good. Why wasn't this the beta? You know, like they're really like, and the thing is it worked out so well, unless you're Polygon. And then if you're Polygon, then you know, you can't fucking play the game. That's the thing. The only thing I was thinking of when like they showed the trailer for Doom 2 or Doom Eternal, and you had the like, I just immediately wanted to tweet out, oh shit, Doom 2 or Doom sequel announced. Polygon journalists are running for their fucking hills.
Oh, did you see Jonathan McIntosh's tweet about all the Bethesda games? Because that's essentially what it was.
I can see shit from him.
Wow, I'm like one of the few people on the internet that hasn't been blocked by him. Rather, can't talk. Here, what did he say? Seriously, one of. Hold on, just let me look for it. It says seriously one of this. Oh no, wait, here it is. Video game innovation in 2018. Now you can drop nuclear bombs on your friends and steal all their stuff for fun. Gaming is a very grown-up and emotionally sophisticated medium. Yes.
Oh, this he must be like the world's worst masturbator. You know, like it's just no matter what, he'll get right to the end and then just go, no, that's patriarchy. Can't finish. I can't. What have I allowed myself to become? And that's why he's so angry, because he's got all that built up tension. But there was a question here from DMT Graphics asking if I think Ubisoft and EA will sell out. I'm an old gamer to say the least, and I feel like the hype of every E3 blinds a consumer. What do you? I guess I don't quite know what you mean by sell out. I mean they've
already sold out.
they've. I mean, well, honestly, I'm a big Ubisoft fan. I feel like they've, out of all the developers, they learn from their mistakes, right? Like, did you play Origins? Did you play Assassin's Creed Origins? That game was fucking awesome.
I haven't, to be honest with you. I only played the first 2 Assassin's Creed. I never got what the hype was about.
Oh, like, the second one is a way better game than the first one.
Hey man, I totally respect that people enjoy those games, especially the early ones. And you'd think, like, for a guy that just said, "Hey, I love stealth games. Assassin's Creed would be my bread and butter." I never got into it. Well,
that's more of a stealth action. I mean, like, stealth is, you know, marginal at best in those games. It's like you can still get a stealth rating from running up and decapitating 80 people and be like, "It wasn't me. It was that guy."
Yeah. From what I understand about the Assassin's Creed franchise, though, it actually confirms your just aforementioned thesis, is that they actually learn from past mistakes. And from what I understand, the AC franchise has had highs and lows as they demonstrate them learning. Like, from what I understand, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was actually one of the best ones. And then Origins comes out after a few other AC games, is actually another one of the best ones, right? So it's kind of a cycle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Assassin's Creed 4 was great because of pirates. But the combat was the on-ground combat was is standard, but the ship combat was great. And you spend more time in the ship than you do on land, so it's kind of like that was the game. And then it was Syndicate. I think it was Unity after that, which had some problems. And then it was Syndicate, which had some problems, and then they took a year off and they came back with Origins, which was just like, hey, totally different fucking game. Felt like.
Okay.
It's like, but it's like how I view Ubisoft is I view Ubisoft as a company that like they learn like all of their games, they all learn from each other. Like they all borrow certain mechanics and features, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but for the most part they're always trying to evolve everything that they do into the next level. And I mean, the thing with like Bethesda that I like is that Bethesda has got like their their 5 different companies that work underneath them, as well as Bethesda, they do like the publishing, and then they got everything else, but they also know what fans want and are like willing to give it to them. I think I'm at this point still surprised Quake is around.
Yeah. Well, it's like those types of esports games. There's always going to be an audience for them. That's why, you don't really have to do much with the core gameplay to keep people around. That's why people will still be playing Halo 2 10 years from now. It's just because there are certain games that perfect that core formula to such an extent that people will continue to play them forever and ever. Counter-Strike, Quake, like you said, Unreal, those types of games. But yeah, back to Ubisoft. What games are we expecting to? Oh yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
That's gonna be a big one. That's the one people want tomorrow.
I got the alpha gameplay for that. It looks just like everything.
I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen it. I didn't know that it existed until I was listening to an Angry Joe video about like top 10 predictions for E3, and they mentioned some of the gameplay, and I'm just like, wait, when the fuck did the gameplay come out? Like,
you haven't seen the gameplay yet?
I haven't seen the gameplay. No, all I saw out of Beyond Good and Evil 2 was the trailer from last year, and then that was it. That's all I've seen.
Okay,
I might have tuned out a lot of gaming news for a while because I don't cover it as often anymore. So I'm not as into it, but I figure anything worthwhile I'll see going through my feed, or it will pop up on like Kotaku in Action or something.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Good, you know how Beyond Good and Evil, the original one, was, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's nothing like that. And that's been a source of contention for a lot of people in the comment sections for the gameplay videos for the sequel. But just putting that aside from the fact that it doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the first one, what they're attempting to do is very, very profound. It almost looks like Star Citizen.
Wait.
Yeah. There's like the gameplay that I saw, if I'm not mistaken, what you could do is you can get in a ship, you can fly up to like some sort of freighter in the sky, hop out, get on a jetpack, fight people on top of the freighter. This is Beyond Good and Evil 2. Look it up after we're done here.
Yeah. No, I because that's what Angry Joe described. And he'd kind of made mention of like, this is a game that like No Man's Sky was supposed to be.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe Star Citizen isn't the most accurate space game.
Like Star Citizen, that's fucking pretty big, man. Like you could say even like Elite Dangerous probably would have been a bit big, but I mean, then again, No Man's Sky, 18 quintillion planets.
Yeah,
all look the same.
Space game where you can go to the ground, fly up into space. That's what Beyond Good and Evil 2 seems to be. And for that reason, I'm very curious to see what the hell they're going to do.
Can anyone watching right now, can anyone tweet me that, like find me that clip and tweet it to me so I can check it out afterward?
Yeah, please.
Elite Dangerous is an actual game. But there's a question here from 7 Beetle of Doom. It says, why did Ubisoft make Beyond Good and Evil 2 so edgy? The first game was rated T. Well, Ubisoft has realized that games that are edgy tend to do well. Right. If you notice, Ubisoft rarely ever doesn't make an M-rated game. And they know that that's where their audience is. Their audience is in games like, Rainbow Six and the games like, Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and whatnot. Even For Honor has been able to develop a fan base, even if they've made the game what I feel is almost impossible to play now. It might have gotten better, but like, it's that learning curve is so fucking high now, you can't even play it.
Yeah, it's not like a cinema where if you have an R rating that immediately decreases your bottom line. With video games, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah,
it's funny. It's all like oh yeah, a movie shows a tit, rated R, right? And it might lose money at the box office. Video games like Kratos banging 2 chicks at once, and and it's 6 million copies.
Yeah, I never really given that much thought. Maybe it's just the fact that because gaming is such a young medium and the people that are watching over kids don't really know what it is in video games because you have 8-year-olds playing GTA 5. 8-year-olds should not be playing GTA 5. You know what I
No,
mean?
I've actually I've had to argue with parents about that, and I don't even work at GameStop, but they'll be like, "My son really wants Grand Theft Auto." It's like, well, how old's your kid? He is 10. Okay,
No,
let me
no.
let me let me describe to you in great detail a moment in this game that might dissuade you from purchasing from your child. Just imagine you're cruising down the street and you're 6'4", right? You're looking around and you realize it's nighttime
Yeah.
and you're a little lonely, as some people tend to be, right? She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." Imagine then that you decide you want to pick up a company. You want to meet some people. Well, oh, there's this nice young woman on the side of the road. She hitchhiking? No, she's not hitchhiking. In fact, she's there for some other reason. So you roll up next to her and you hit the button, you honk the horn. She jumps in your car just like that. It's not a taxi game either. It's not like that at all. And then, she's like, you get the option. What do you want? You want a handy, a blowy, or a full on fuck? There you go. And you can watch them do it. My favorite's the blowjob because it's the best of the motion. And then at the end, you can bludgeon her to death with a bat and get your money back, or at least most of your money back, or sometimes more of your money back, depending on how much you had on her. But the point is, this is something you can do in the game.
And then the woman is like, "Yeah, I bet you do a lot of that when you're playing the game."
I mean, you might as well just call me Jack the Ripper at that point. But
it's okay, we all do it. But yeah, like that's not even the worst of it. You got the strip club where you get full on aerial action. You get a momentary shot of Trevor's balls, which isn't good. Not that I was really trying to look, It's just,
what are you just like reenacting Blade Runner on that one? Enhance. Enhance.
No, come on, Matt. You know me better than that. But yeah, back to E3. I don't know how we got off on that tangent.
It happens. It gets off subject.
Yeah, we were talking about Beyond Good and Evil 2, and then we started talking about Trevor's balls. But anyways, yeah. What else?
Natural course of events there.
Yeah, I'm a quite odd person. Look at my skin. I'm fucking yellow. I'm a Simpsons character. I actually got to take off in just a few minutes because I got school in the morning. But just before I go, I just want to know what specifically are you looking forward to tomorrow and Tuesday?
I don't really care much about what Nintendo does, to be honest with you. Like, I enjoy my Switch and I'll wait for Pikmin 3. Give me Pikmin 4, whatever the hell. Give me a new Pikmin game and I'll be happy, right? That's other than that, I don't care about Kirby. I don't care about Yoshi. I mean, like Smash, I don't care about that. Because again, same concept of there being such a big learning, like with so many people playing right now, is like even getting a chance to like get good is, I don't know, I feel like it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Even my brothers who have like gone to Evo for Smash a couple times, and they do a whole bunch of different tournaments around Washington for Smash, they've burned themselves out on it because it's just like, it's just nonstop. And I'm just like, yeah, see, I don't have time for that. I would love there to be a Watch Dogs 3 announcement for Ubisoft tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen though, because I don't think the second game sold well enough. But I know we're going to see Assassin's Creed, which I'm looking forward to.
Yep.
And I'm hoping Skull and Bones. We get a bit more Skull and Bones. It's been a year since anything on that one. But at the same, it's also online only, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully the whole Sea of Thieves fiasco, how a lot of people seem to get turned off that game after the first 6 hours, doesn't turn people off from Skull and Bones. Hopefully it can actually provide something with actual content.
Yeah, I love that Microsoft is all like, we have 2 expansions for Sea of Thieves, and everyone's like,
nobody cares.
Like, I don't care, man. Like, no one cares. You need to just stop that right now.
They hyped that game for 3 fucking years, and it came out. I don't understand how you could fuck up that bad, but then again, it's rare, and they fucked up everything since Microsoft bought them out. Sorry to anybody who's a Rare fan in the chat.
Well, there's Battletoads. That's coming. That's
going to be true. True.
As I said in my video about it, I was like, now's the time. Now's the time to call GameStop every day. Do you have Battletoads? Because they can't hang up on you now because it's an officially announced title.
Yes.
So it's so there's definitely that. But I'm really hoping that Sony is what I care about. I want to see more Spider-Man because it's a couple months away, so we should see a little bit more of it.
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2, I definitely want a release date, but I'm thinking probably not till next year.
Yeah.
In no way Last of Us 2 is coming. Is it coming this year? Which I get that.
That's fine. We have like 5 or 6 other games coming out this year that are going to be
What's
fucking
coming
tight.
out just in fucking February? Like, I mean, you've got Crackdown 3, Anthem, Days Gone, and there's another one there, a fourth one that I can't remember right now.
Kingdom Hearts coming out in late January.
Yes, well, January 29th, which is basically fucking February. So it's like, I mean, February is going to be broke. You know, it's like, I'm like, all right, well, which ones am I, you know, oh, I can do the Xbox Games Pass for $10 a month and play Crackdown 3. So, okay, that's fine. Days Gone, I'm going to get, but that's like a 30-hour experience just for the story alone. Never mind all the side stuff and the fact that I'm going to get completely lost in that game. You know, I mean, yeah, there's a lot that's coming out, and it's like, yeah, I'm looking at like, you know, trying to get through games now is getting harder and harder, just because of their length. And you know, it took me 2 months to beat Kingdom Come Deliverance. 2 months. 2 months.
That's what happens when you have a kid, man.
No, that was me, but that was also me really, really, really spending my time with that game. You know, I was like trying to do like a really good stealth run throughs on camps. I'm like, okay, sneak into this bandit camp, distract them with some arrows. They go the other direction. I drop in, I poison their food, and then I fuck off back to the darkness. And then I wait for them to come back and eat their food, and then I watch them all fall one by one, and then go in and clean up and take all their shit. Because that's what you can do in that. That's why Kingdom Come Deliverance should be your game of the year, at least for right now, until we get to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, I didn't hear that many good things about Kingdom Come Deliverance, but maybe I'll check it out when it gets on sale because of your recommendation. As for me, quickly before I go, yeah, I'll echo what you said. Spider-Man is probably my most anticipated just because I have such fond memories of playing Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox and how much fun that was, just how perfectly they got the web swinging down in that game, and just being able to translate that 15 years later with higher definition graphics and Insomniac doing the game development. I'm expecting a lot of great things. But yeah, obviously Last of Us Part 2, it's The Last of Us. Obviously, there's a lot to expect there. Beyond Good and Evil, like I said. And obviously, I think Death Stranding, they're going to show gameplay. They better show gameplay. And obviously,
they're not going to show gameplay.
Oh, come on. They have to show gameplay. It's been 2 fucking years.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get any gameplay. I would not be any surprise at all. Period. I think we are going to see Shenmue 3 gameplay. Yeah. I think we're going to get like maybe a tentative release date for Shenmue 3. Considering that they used their platform 2 years ago to fucking crowdfund it, which that was interesting.
Yeah, and they found it in like 24 hours, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But people were mad at them for that too, because they're like, "What are you doing? Like, is this like anywhere anyone can show up and be like, hey, can I pitch my game?" I really hope. I really hope there's nothing to do with fucking David Cage. I'm so over David Cage games. Quantum Break, or not Quantum Break. That game wasn't very good either. That was Xbox too. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping that they bring it tomorrow. I mean, like, here's the thing. What are they going to show off tomorrow at Sony? Well, we didn't see anything on Call of Duty Black Ops from Microsoft. So that's all going Sony, right?
Sure.
Like, tomorrow, I think we're going to see a full on the Battle Royale mode. You know, so I think we're going to get that. I really want to know more about like Halo Infinite, because that's going to be a lot of fun.
You know, we're not seeing that at Sony.
No, we're not seeing that at Sony. That's the pop. There's another game that I thought they said Battle Royale was coming later, but I forget which one.
Battlefield 5.
Right. Yes. I don't think we're going to get anything from that, because they had said yesterday at the EA thing, like, oh yeah, tomorrow at the Microsoft, you'll get more information on a single player, and it was just like 30 seconds of a cinematic. That was it. I was like, what is this? What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, they're going to show a little bit of gameplay for all those games that you said, but like they said from like 2 months ago, they're going to be focusing on the big 4: Spider-Man, Last of Us, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima. And hey, just as long as I get that gameplay trailer for Death Stranding, they win the fucking entire E3 for me. And I know you say they're not going to show it, but hey, they gave us a teaser trailer for Elder Scrolls 6, so I'm feeling kind of optimistic.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6, everyone's feeling optimistic about that, you know. But I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if they announced Elder Scrolls 6 for next year. Starfield is probably going to come out after that, but I think they're going to probably push Elder Scrolls first.
Huh.
I would say that only because people have been wanting it more. And I guarantee you it's been in development. Like, because how many teams do they have working on these games? Right? Like, it's been 3 years since Fallout 4. And working on Fallout 76, it appears to use a lot of the same assets from Fallout 4 and everything else. So, and it's 4 times bigger. So they've been working on a bigger map, obviously. So there's a team for that. But, you know,
that's a thought that I didn't actually consider. I always just imagined that because Todd Howard said it would be like 2 or 3 years away, that Starfield was inevitably going to be coming next year, and then Elder Scrolls after that. But hey,
I mean, I don't know. I think that they're prone to surprise people. And that's the whole thing. Is they announce this one, they go, imagine one year they go, we announced Fallout, or we announced Elder Scrolls 6 last year, and you probably thought it wasn't coming this year. Well, you'd be wrong, because it's November. Because they did that with fucking Fallout 4. Like, here's a big 22-minute presentation on Fallout 4. Their first press conference. Todd Howard came out, fucking blew it out of the water. Everyone lost their collective shit over it.
Yeah, and it only came out a few months later.
Yeah, and they said it comes out a few months later, and it's like, okay, and now that's here. Now that's a thing. And so that to me works out pretty well. Like, I think we're going to see a fair amount of that. I think it's going to come faster than people think. So I saw Young Ye afterwards. I was watching his post discussion for a few minutes, and he's like, "Oh, it's going to be like 7 years." I'm like, "Nah, it's not going to be 7 years, man. It's not going to be 7 years." Like, they're probably not going to like hopscotch them every other couple of years or leapfrog them. That's it. Leapfrog them every couple of years, but they're probably going to like put it out, before. I'd say maybe I could see 2019 being 8 years, because what was it between? It was between Morrowind was 2003.
Yeah,
I think 2002 on PC, 2003 on Xbox.
Yes, Oblivion was 2006, Skyrim was
2005, or 2011, so 5 years later.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's within that range, that window of them to bring out another Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, but hey, like even if it is like 3 years away, holy shit, we got a lot of great games that are coming out this year and early next year.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I know. February, man. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get it too. They're wanting to get it in. They want to get it in past the, or before the end of the first quarter. Right. So you can notice when they start releasing games in like mid to late February and also into March, it's all about that getting into the first quarter sales and trying to like raise up their stock prices that way. It's the only reason why they do it. But they also realize now that you don't have to release these games in the holiday season. You don't have to release these big titles. Because here's the thing. Next month is 15 years. 15 years since KOTOR. KOTOR released in July of 2003.
Fuck me.
Right?
Really?
Right? Yeah. July 2003 is when KOTOR came out. So, like, holy shit, right? Like, how the fuck, like, I was like, why don't they release these big games in summer when people have time off to play them? I mean, but again, they want to just pimp it all at the end of the year when everyone's in the holiday shopping spirit. It's like, no. We've learned over the years that you can't segment and try to lock down this type of content in that way. Hollywood's learning that right now. Oh, we're saving all of our big movie releases for May, June, July. And then like, oh, but why are they tanking? But it drops in September, which is traditionally a dead month, and pulls in 300 million worldwide. Yeah. It's because people aren't locked into that world anymore. We've expanded outward, and that is going to allow them, I think, more opportunity to sell in off months.
Yeah, they got to realize that unlike even 10 years ago, there's a lot of opportunity in months that are normally considered dead months for entertainment mediums. And like you said, it makes absolute strategic sense to make sure this stuff comes out in the summer. By the way, before I go, I just want to remind you, look up this thing called Skywind. And also,
right, yeah, you said Skywind.
And also, while you're at it, if you happen to like Oblivion, look up Skyblivion. What these things are essentially Morrowind, the game, and Oblivion, the game, just with Skyrim level graphics and Skyrim gameplay.
Huh.
Yeah. And it actually looks great.
I'll have to check that out. So I brought them both up right here. I'll give them a view. But before you go, tell everyone your channel.
Okay, yeah. Well, first of all, before I go, thanks so much for having me. This is a lot of fun. And my channel is, you could just find me at my name, which is Max Derrett. That's Max, and then my last name is spelled Derrat. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you while I'm going. Make sure you go check it out if you happen to like games like Inside, Metal Gear Solid, Eco, The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus, Half-Life. I'm doing a series on that right now. Silent Hill. I do in-depth analysis of all the lore and the subtext behind those games. So make sure you go check it out if you're into that sort of thing. Thanks so much, Matt. Have a good week, and best of luck to you and your family, and as well with your sister.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, as soon as I'm done, I'm waiting for them to get the word that everything is fine. She's still in recovery right now, so the hospital is only like 20 minutes away.
Okay, good.
So it's not far. It's where we had my daughter a couple months ago. So I'm pretty well versed on how to get there.
Good to hear, man.
So, all right. Thanks a lot, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, you have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too. Oh man. Hey, what's up, my guy? I sent you a link to come on in. Okay, can someone explain to me why Microsoft calling Gears of War 5 and Gears 5 and Halo dropping numbers for Halo 6? It's easier on the marketing. It's just like, because people have been like, they know Gears. People will say, they'll say Gears of War, but then like the general, like, kind of, I guess you could say, nomenclature for it becomes Gears 2, Gears 3, Gears 4, Gears 5. Right. And it's they might say Gears of War Judgment or Gears Judgment. It just shortens it down. So it's one of those things. Plus also Gears of War, GOW, God of War, GOW. There's a marketing and branding problem that they've had for many years now. So that's one of the reasons why. As for Halo, I don't know. I think Infinite's going to be Battle Royale mode, to be honest with you. I think it's all going to be multiplayer. Okay, Anthony, I saw your question. I'll get to it finally. Do I think Xbox won E3 when they showed Cyberpunk 2077? No, they didn't win E3. Don't get me wrong. I got tight in my pants thinking about it because I want to play that fucking game. And that's so cool that there is in fact going to, we got something on it, right? We got something other than that. Like what we had one little teaser before and whatever. Or no, I'm thinking of another game, but we had that one promotional image for it. So we got something now. Gives us an idea of what the game is going to look like in engine, at least. And now we wait for more, and they're going to release it when they're good and ready, which probably won't be until next year. So see, FNAF movie tease dropping during E3. Is that true? Oh, thank you very much, Oliver Smith. Thank you. Yeah, Horrorpunk says he's not saying who won E3 till it's over. I agree. But after Tuesday morning, it's pretty much over, right? So oh, okay. Oh, Halo Infinite is not Battle Royale. They said it's a Master Chief story. Well, I'm talking the multiplayer could have Battle Royale mode. Do I think we'll have Death Stranding gameplay? I think I'm pretty sure they will. It'd be stupid if they didn't do it. It'd be really dumb if they didn't do it. Hey, what's up, man?
What up, man? How you doing?
Doing okay. Did you check out the press conferences?
No.
You're off doing wizarding shit.
Yeah, man. I don't know what press conferences are you talking about?
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, it's E3, man.
So
it's been EA games yesterday. Today was Xbox, and then also Bethesda.
Yeah, well, I'm not interested unless they're releasing another standalone Elder Scrolls.
They are.
They are.
They announced it, but there's no release date or other tentative information.
Well, then I don't care.
I've
been waiting 10 goddamn years. I don't give a fuck until they give me a release date.
You've been waiting 7 goddamn years. Not even 7 goddamn years.
No, I've been waiting 10 goddamn years because fucking shut up.
Oh, just
yeah, no, I forgot Old Rim came out in 2011. I thought it was older than that, man.
No, it feels like it though, right? It feels like like a long time. Like a long time has passed.
Well, because they were on a nice little schedule. It's like, boom, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. 6 years later, a new Elder Scrolls, and we thought we'd get a new Elder Scrolls 6 years later, and it's a year late.
I would like them to release it a little bit sooner too, but they announced it at least, so now we know that it's real, and everyone can start speculating about it for the next couple of years until it finally comes out.
Right, and then I'll have to wait for the SE version to have a stable enough version to mod.
That is true. But then by that time, you're going to be so busy with all your work shit that it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I guess not. I did finally download Skyrim SE because I got so tired of how bad Old Rim is modded. And I could just never get it to run right. Constant crashes. No matter how much I cleaned the mods, how much I ran bash patches, it didn't fucking matter. That game was a fucking whore. But SE, I'm running it clean with 120 mods now, not a drop in frame rate.
Nice.
Love it.
I play on console, so I never really had that problem. I
Yeah,
played on Xbox for Oblivion and never had that problem.
Even though they're releasing mods for consoles, you cannot mod on a console like you can on a PC.
No. I haven't even really checked out the mods for Fallout 4 yet. Although it's free now on Xbox Games Pass. And I'm like, well, I don't have it on Xbox, but I have it on PS4.
I'm so particular about my video games. I don't care about Fallout, man. There are very few new games that I actually want to play. You know, like I'm kind of stuck in my ways. I really just like fantasy RPGs.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't even played Witcher 3 yet. It's been on my computer for 2 years. I just
that's
was
like
so
that's how a
busy with
lot of
school.
people in Witcher are, though.
Yeah, like, and now they're like releasing a show on Netflix, and like they're doing a Witcher show, and there's going to be all this stuff, and it's like I ain't played the fucking game. I remember Witcher and Witcher 2. I played those back in the day.
But yeah, those were I don't know. I really wish someone like I had trouble getting into the control scheme of Witcher 2 on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. That's why I didn't really get heavy into it like I did Skyrim.
Yeah. Like I loved the opening cinematic for Witcher 2. I thought it was fantastic how the whole thing played out. And I get the game and I start playing it, and then I have to hit like the back button or whatever to like open up another menu to go to another sub menu to bring up my spells.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated.
And I'm like, this is really convoluted. Just in your general combat. I played for like an hour and then I stopped and I never went back to it. Whereas Witcher 3 really overhauled all that shit.
Yeah.
And like that game's a lot of fun. Like I can't recommend that.
Well, it's no matter what, if you even go back to like Witcher and Witcher 2, it is amazing when you look at a game like Dragon Age Inquisition and the new fucking space one that
Mass Effect.
BioWare. And you see their like shitty 3D models and hair and all that stuff, and they're a massive company. And over here, you got 10 angry Slavs in a basement, and they make one of the most amazing looking games I've ever fucking seen. You know, like.
No, that's very true. That's very true. It's
you got to give them props for that, even if you don't like the game.
The Polish are really good at hiding out in places and making things. So there's that, right? They're really good. They're artistic as shit. Yeah. I definitely, I have nothing but praise for that development team. Although there was someone in the chat that was asking me, I was trying to say that I think they're trolling. It's this guy Anthony X Dem USA. That was all like he tries to say that I'm biased because I didn't think that Microsoft won for having the new CD Projekt Red, the guys who did Witcher. Their game had a trailer. And it was it looked good, but a trailer alone is not going to win me a game. It'll win me, my E3.
No, just like a trailer won't win me a movie.
Exactly. It's like don't get me wrong. Like the stuff we saw at this Bethesda conference tonight was a lot of trailers and everything, and the stuff looked really cool. But it was the stuff that showed some gameplay that I was all down for.
So catch me up. What was the announcement? Is it going to be Hammerfell? Is it going to be?
We don't know yet.
So they didn't even announce that.
No, they just said. Check my Twitter feed. I retweeted the 10-second teaser.
I'm sorry. I just got done streaming on my own channel, and I had family stuff to do tonight. In fact, I've been busy with family all week because my uncle passed away. So I'm a little behind on content and pretty much social media in general.
No, like I have probably for the best to be behind on social media.
Yeah,
nothing good ever happens on social media.
Right. It actually is liberating. Like after all the stuff happened, I actually got back into it. I'm getting caught up on my content, and I did a live stream tonight to update my fans. And I'm sitting there going, "Oh my God, I haven't really been on Twitter for like a whole week, and I feel good." I feel like a new man.
Yeah, I need to get the hell off Twitter, but it's quite honestly where all the action is.
Yeah, so there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, I'm not going to give it up completely, but I do think that there is value in like dropping your presence on social media for a week every month. Every month.
Isn't it funny though how like social media was meant to like be the great unifier and ended up being like the great divider?
Here's the thing. It is the great unifier. But not everybody wants to be unified all the time. See, that's what people forgot. Like, yeah, we're all connected. But at the same time, like, think of this in like a smaller scale, like your community or your group of friends. Do I literally want to hang out with my friends every day of every week, all the fucking time? No, no, I don't.
You're just an antisocial son of a bitch, though. That's the whole point. Like, that's your.
I just get into throat punch mode, and it's better if people aren't around me.
That's probably for the best. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just automatically happens. I'll be chilling, smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, fucking, yeah, man, that movie was great. Infinity Wars, bam! And my buddy will be like, oh, I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. It just happens, dude. I don't know. It's a nerve twitch thing.
Oh yeah. I think, what is it like? With this whole thing tonight, like looking at what they've announced for the Bethesda stuff, kind of getting back on that topic, because we can discuss throat punching at VidCon next week. It's literally now next week. Can you believe that?
Yeah, and what's fucked up too is the way I scheduled everything with my co-hosts. Side quest is on the 18th, and so I'm like hardcore in prep mode, trying to get side quest ready to go, and then we're launching on the 18th, and then 2 days later I'm getting on a fucking plane.
Well, at least it's not the night before.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But it's going to be a busy 2 weeks is all I'm saying. People might not get a Magog episode next week. I'm going to be swamped. I'm going to do one this week and get it out of the way and people can be entertained and all that stuff. And then I've got to get ready. Man, I've got stuff I got to do. It's not just like packing. I can do that in like one day. It's side quest. It's other projects and stuff. And I do want to make sure that all my P's and Q's are, ready to go. Yeah.
No, I hear you, man.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Am I excited?
Gonna get to hang out with the Magog, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to that. I got a couple other irons in the fire for when I'm there. Couple companies have reached out to me wanting to talk, and so I'll be. One of them includes a very, very big party, which I do want to go to, but it is on the Friday night, so I don't know yet what's going to happen.
You might as well go. Take me with you.
It's the company. It's a talent agency. It's not an MCN. It's a talent agency. They reached out to me the other day, and we had a conversation with one of their guys for a while, and they want to meet me at VidCon, and they want to talk to me, and then they want to.
Are you sure they're not rapists?
I would hope not. But at the same time, I'm willing to kind of take that chance. So,
no, sacrifice your body, Matt. Sacrifice
your body. Who, what's it called? That represent like Rhett and Link, and channels of that caliber.
Right.
So I'm like, this should be interesting. But let's see here. Hold on. There was one question I saw here. Is that Anthony guy again? It says Xbox One E3 with presentation like most games. They did today. Review Tech USA said Xbox is a better company because it's consumer friendly. Xbox has to be consumer friendly, though. They've lost the console war, which is why they announced another console. That's true today. They announced that they're working on a 5th console or on the next Xbox. And it's kind of like, why? Like you haven't won this one yet. The Switch beat your ass out.
I try my very best to stay away from my ex's boxes.
That's for the best.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm sure there's X for a reason.
Yeah, that shit's got
swamp ass.
Yep, there's teeth in that shit. Just gobble you up.
No, but it's. I feel like I don't know. It's been like 4 years almost since this current generation of consoles is out.
Why do you say they lost the console war?
Oh, Xbox. Xbox lost, man. Xbox. They don't have the exclusives.
I'd say we lost. That shit's lame. You can only get like 5 games on that fucker.
On the
fucking boring. Fucking Wii U. Like nobody.
That's last generation.
I don't fucking know anybody about that shit.
You are just horrible at this game knowledge.
What are you talking about? Wii U is the newest one of theirs.
No, the Switch is the newest one of theirs.
The Switch, whatever. The
Switch has outsold the Wii U like by a lot.
The Switch is still boring.
And it's like a portable tablet with Zelda.
They buy a tablet.
But Zelda.
Like I loved Zelda back when it was on 64, but Man, they just do like way too like I get it. I get why they do like the whole family friendly shit. And they've started to lax on that. There's some pretty violent games that come out now. But man, when they made that decision back with the Wii, where they're like, we're only gonna do family shit, they ruined themselves.
Oh yeah.
None of the most popular games were coming out on the Wii. Like nobody could fucking play them. Because they didn't want like blood.
Nintendo fucked themselves a lot with the Wii. The Wii U I just continued that practice, and there were some big titles in that system, but now they're doing what they did again is they're just re-releasing old content on the Switch. Right. Like I was at the store today, and I didn't know that Hyrule Warriors Extended had come out, so they just ported Hyrule Warriors with some new content over to the Switch, charging another fucking $60.
See, I'm kind of like not in this entire industry, so you're like talking over my head, man. Maybe it wasn't best to have me as a guest on the E3 talks because, like, honestly, I've gotten to a point where I don't even like video games. I want to build my own medieval village so I can play in real life. Fuck it.
That's true, and he is doing that. So get ready for
get ready for a proper Magog sitcom with an actual medieval village. Like, fuck it, I'd much rather do that anyway. It's funner. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love video games. And like I said, I'm replaying Skyrim right now, and I definitely will get around to Witcher 3 now that I'm out of school. I have a lot more time. But outside of that, man, I'm just not in the video game culture like a lot of people is. And I don't like Elder Scrolls Online. I took one look at that and was like, bleh.
Yeah, they did a big thing for that tonight. They're talking about Elder Scrolls Online, and my girlfriend was watching the trailer they showed, and she's like, that looks pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, it's like World of Warcraft. And like her ex-boyfriend was like really into World of Warcraft, so she hates those kind of games. And she's like, "You don't get into those kind of games, do you?" I'm all like, "No, I don't have time. I barely have time to play State of Decay."
Not even that. I really don't like playing with other people. Like I like playing video games like I'm watching a movie. Like I like to progress the story, and I like to be the main character and control the main character and make decisions and all this and that. And then when the game ends, it's like the end of a movie, and I get to go, that was awesome. But with MMOs, they just go and go and go and go and go. And then there's people who are like, join my guild, and I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
oh, exactly.
I don't want people teabagging me every time I die,
Okay. Hold on. This question here from Anthony. Cyberpunk 2077. Do I think it's because it's made by CD Projekt Red, they'll have nudity, romances, bloody, and action?
That'll be cool. I like Cyberpunk.
I don't know. I mean, I know they tried, what is it? They tried trademarking the name Cyberpunk. That was a big thing. That got them in some trouble last year.
Yeah, that's like a whole genre.
But it's also a book too. It's based on a book series.
Oh.
And so I have a feeling it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be violent and bloody. This is what they're known for. We as gamers, maybe not so much you, but we as gamers, like violent and bloody content. And
well, yeah, that I will agree with. I mean, I've always liked my games mature rated because I'm an adult. I like adult themed stuff. It doesn't have to have porn in it, but I do like to cut some motherfuckers' heads off and shit.
Exactly. I think that they're going to clearly go that way. Because that's what fans want. That's I think because we've seen the movies become so restricted in terms of violence, right? Like they'll show violence, but there's like no blood, barely any swearing.
Yeah, it's that After Effects blood. Like they'll add it in post. So
okay.
Somebody will get shot.
It's not based on a book series. It's based on a board game series. Okay. Sorry, I got the two mixed up, but yeah, he's right.
A board game series. That's exciting. One of my favorite games growing up on regular PlayStation was back when I was a teenager and really into games that I think deserves like a solid remake, like with updated graphics and everything.
What's that?
Soul Reaver.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was a badass fucking game.
The company that made Soul Reaver, they're doing the Tomb Raider games now.
Yeah, but they need to dust off the Legacy of Kain series, and
I would like to see Legacy of Kain come back. Yes, I would.
Yeah, fucking Blood Omen and fucking Soul Reaver, Raziel. That shit was cool, man.
Yeah, I'd be totally on board with that happening. I think a lot of people would. We're in this weird kind of like, I mean, I don't want to say weird nostalgia phase, but we're in this phase where it's like games, you know, people want to see their older favorite games getting you know, getting themselves what's the word I want to use here? A lot more god damn it, I was say fuck it. My brain just shut down me for a second on that one. Like I had a point and then I lost the point. It's Sunday night. What can I say?
Yeah, no, it happens, man.
Okay, so it's not a board game, it's a pen and paper RPG. Well, fuck me, man.
A tabletop.
It's a tabletop game. We need a celebrity deathmatch reboot. I would watch that.
I hope they're not like, is it a tabletop called Cyberpunk or is it like based on Shadowrun?
I don't know.
Because I know there's already like a Shadowrun game, like video game. So
yeah, that was actually pretty cool. That was on 360 and PC.
Yeah,
and you could actually crossplay. So
yeah, it was pretty interesting how they built that.
Let's see. Do I think Dragon Age 4 will suck? Yes,
probably.
Dragon Age Inquisition sucked.
I really wanted to finish that before I moved on to the next game that I bought because I don't like not completing games.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. The beginning of it was really exciting. Like, it's new, it's exciting. You're at the hinterlands, you're running around. But by the time you make it to like the midway point of the story and you actually get to like Skyhold or whatever, God, it really dropped off. Fucking hell, it's boring. It's so hard to finish. Oh man.
Yeah.
I did like how
I couldn't get it. I got past like the first like 2 worlds or something. You know, like the first main area. And was that the hinterlands? I forget. It's been so long now. I forget like the specifics, but I just like I like the character. I like Dorian's character. He was cool.
Yeah, I like some of the characters. Freddie Prinze Jr. voiced the Iron Bull. You know, the big Canary dude. I thought that was fucking hilarious. You know?
Oh, he's a good voice actor, but I mean, it's like the game itself just kind of like lost me. That was the whole thing with EA's thing yesterday with like BioWare, like, oh, we're working on Anthem, and every time it showed like the players in their power armor essentially flying out there, I'm just like, oh, it looks like Iron Man. It all looks like Iron Man to me. It's all like Marvel could sue them for like how their bodies are, you know, reacting to the suit and shit. It just looked like Iron Man. BioWare as a company is effectively dead.
They're bad, yeah. And their animation is fucking awful, dude. Damn. What's the one they do in space?
Mass Effect.
That last one, Andromeda. Jesus, Mary.
I have not played it yet. I keep seeing it for a decently cheap price. And I still like I'll pick it up and I'm like, do I want to spend $20 on this? No, I'm happier with my $20. And then I put it back every time. I've seen it as low as like $10 or like $9.99. And I'm like, that's a good price. And I'm still like, no, no, right. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I would rather at this point go watch a playthrough on YouTube about it or some shit. Like that'd be my thing. I'd rather just do that.
Now, Garrick in the chat says something interesting. Will EA make a Dead Space reboot? That'd be interesting. I like Dead Space. Dead Space was cool. Yeah, Dead Space was cool shit, man. I even liked the fucking movies that came out.
Oh yeah, the
anime. Yeah,
I never saw them, but I heard they were good.
Yeah, they were pretty good. You know, like they had some of the kind of newer anime tropes in them, like the kind of mix of 3D graphics with animation. I guess they do that now so they can pump them out faster, you know? But they were good stories and stuff. I really enjoyed them.
I liked, I thought that was really interesting because remember they did one, it was, there was Dante's Inferno. The EA was doing a video game and they also did an animated thing with that one as well. That game so it's like that, you know, it's always kind of cool to see that crossover. I don't know why there's a Mass Effect animated movie.
Yeah, there's a Dragon Age one too called the First Seeker or something like that.
Oh, there is. I never heard about that.
Yeah, it's basically the story of Cassandra. You know, from when she was like a young seeker.
Holy shit! It's from fucking 2012.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I not know about this?
It's pretty good. I actually liked it, but I didn't have any context because I hadn't played Inquisition. You know, like it wasn't even out yet. I don't think. Like,
Well,
so
this
it's like,
was
who's Cassandra? You know,
years
like,
before Inquisition did. So,
yeah,
I mean, you're looking at like, this is like Dragon Age 2 shit right here. It's
yeah,
kind of like, remember Terminator Salvation?
yeah,
So that was like a shitty movie, right?
yeah.
Well, they released a video game that I'm only assuming was a shitty video game. But I was at Walmart one time and I came across, I'm not even kidding you, it was a machinima, feature-length machinima of Terminator Salvation. It was they did a movie out of the video game, and it was all the video game footage.
Right.
And it was starring, it was the one Moon Bloodgood's character. I forget her name at this point, but the other chick that's there. As weird as a random thing as that was, I actually bought it. I never watched it, but I bought it for the $7 just to have it in my collection of like, I've got the Terminator Salvation machinima feature-length film on DVD.
I remember going to the game store in the mall when I was younger just to buy Red versus Blue on DVD because my internet was so slow. It was still dial up. I couldn't watch full episodes.
Seen the first season of RVB. And that's because I got the DVD from Gus at E3 2003. My buddy was wearing a Sarge t-shirt and we were walking around E3 and he came up and he gave us each a copy of season 1 on DVD.
That's pretty cool.
And I've watched it about 5 or 6 times because it's really fucking funny.
It's really funny, yeah.
And then I just never watched like the remaining 15 seasons.
Right.
So there's that. I just never ran watching it. Hold on.
I only watched like 3 of them myself, but back then I was really into it. It was funny. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's great shit. Like
you couldn't do that on fucking YouTube now. The jokes in that fucking, like, there was a joke in that one where he was just like, I think it was like season 2 or 3, where like the doc shows up and he's all like, I'm a pacifist. And the dude's all like, isn't that thing babies suck on? And the other dude's like, no, that's a pedophile.
No, they could still tell those kind of jokes. They just would have to they still could. They still could.
I'm just saying it's pretty edgy comedy that isn't inclusive at all. And like YouTube really is cracking down on that. Like some of my favorite like modding channels are getting like demonetized and videos shot down and stuff because they show like slutty mods or whatever, And it's like YouTube really wants to be family friendly. They really do. They're really trying to discourage people.
Not as much as you think. Not as much as you think there. They want to be in some elements, yeah, but they understand their core audience doesn't necessarily want that. And that's the whole thing. They've said that blatantly to advertisers. Is like, it's not TV. There's a different rule set here. And the problem with it is that the advertisers are still being able to use these elements as a way to kind of hold them over the barrel. They don't want that, but they may not have a choice then to deliver on that.
Sure. And, I get that. I know there's all these other elements, but I'm just saying at its core, it sucks that I can't even, like some of my favorite mod channels can't even show some fucking mod and have a joke and a laugh about it without getting fucking flagged and demonetized or something. Like MXR he makes more money on his like just gaming channel with 100,000 subs than he makes on his like 1.7 million sub channel because of the demonetization.
I make more money on $3 Theater,
right,
than I do on this channel. That has everything to do with just the demonetization, and over there because it's enthusiast, it just does better. Which I'm cool with that. I wanted to transition over to that for a while anyway.
Right.
So, but it really does. I mean, it really does boil down to just like I think that you'll still be able to like develop a community here, and you'll still be able to develp everything.
Oh,
but,
sure, yeah, it's still the best like audience. But if you want to do really hyper mature content, it's probably best to find another platform and then try to build your audience and have them go over to it. That's if you want to do that kind of content. Of course, you can always just play by the rules and be fine. I'm not judging people who do that either. I was just stating a fact, though. Like, even modding channels aren't safe. I thought that, like, the anti-SJW political channels and stuff were the ones getting the hardest hit. Turns out, no, everybody did.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite thing about it, because everyone's getting hit. It's not just one group over another. which that doesn't mean shit when you're talking to a certain people and they try to act like they're the only ones that are getting hit.
Right.
You know, as a way to basically kind of like, stoke the fires of anger with their audience and shit, which I get that. I mean, look, okay, so there was a question here from Chelsea, who's been like spamming it ridiculous amounts of times. Saying, is this or what are the thoughts on the middle finger to the audience that was half of the title for Elder Scrolls 6? So that would be the Elder Scrolls 6, no subtitle, no Oblivion,
just
no Skyrim,
just Elder Scrolls 6 is all they showed. Did they even show images or anything?
Just go on my Twitter, and it's like 10 seconds.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
that's it. Yeah. It's just like you see something. I'm pretty sure there will be tons and tons and tons of videos that will be like the Elder Scrolls 6 explained.
Yeah,
like what's explained?
The font they used leads me to believe it's in Cyrodiil. Like,
you can see here in the top right corner that there's obviously this Daedric artifact. It might be hard to see, but we've been able to use our high quality enhancement tools, i.e. Photoshop, to clean up the sprites to show that is in fact a Daedric prince, which was linked back to Skyrim. Of all places. And so this isn't your father's Oblivion, right? We're going back to Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6 Return to Skyrim. That's what I think's gonna happen.
But would people actually be mad about that? It was the top selling game of its time. It broke records. I mean, the modding community alone has kept that game alive for fucking years.
Yeah.
Oh
no, 100%. And it's I just look at that and more like, wow, like it's super fascinating. They've been able to sell as many copies as they did, and at the same time be able to really keep it going. And I mean, they ported it to like, okay, what you've got, okay, about the jokes about porting it to this, like having it run on everything, right?
Oh yeah, the whole like, we're gonna play Skyrim on your Pit-Boy.
Yeah, you need to go find after we're done here, you need to go find the video that they put out there tonight. They play into the meme in a way that is not only beautiful, it is hysterical, and it is just it's perfect. And it's solidified. If like Anthony in the chat saying stuff like, oh, Microsoft won because they showed off Cyberpunk, and I'm all like, Bethesda leaned into the meme. Todd Howard acknowledged that he's a living meme, and he went into it.
Excuse me.
And so, I'm saying that I'm as a result of that.
Yeah, I gotta love people with a sense of humor, even if they're like massive CEOs of companies and shit.
Oh yeah, no. It's this. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. You just gotta see it.
Yeah, I'll go look it up after I get off of here. But yeah, man, like I said, I just finished streaming on my channel. Just want to hop on and say hi. Glad you threw me a link. We haven't been able to talk yet since I confirmed my reservations and everything.
It's so coming up so quick.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts, man.
Like I have to go get a haircut. My hair is fucking long.
Yeah, I was on PTW last night. Of course, you know that because you were in the chat. But we talked a lot about that and everything. It's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be cool to meet those guys. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting endeavor. I am a little nervous about my first public appearance at such a large venue, but it's that kind of good nervous,
Are you afraid Riley Dennis is gonna see you and get mad?
No, I'm afraid that I'm gonna trip and fall on my fucking ass with those contact lenses in.
You are gonna dress up.
For some of it, yeah, because people like now it's been confirmed that people want selfies with Magog, the character, but I doubt I'll stay in costume the whole time.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's gonna be really warm.
It's gonna be hot. Yeah,
hot, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is fucking terrible. I don't want this shit. Fuck this shit, and then you're gonna go from there.
Yep. Luckily, I did get a hotel that's really close to the convention center, so if there's any time that I feel like I'm about to pass out from heat exhaustion, I can just walk back to my hotel real quick and fuck it. Like I'm right around the corner. So
Nice.
yeah.
I don't know where our house is compared to the thing. I have to go and look at the I don't even know.
You'll probably be taking Ubers. There's not exactly houses in that.
Yeah, I was when I was finishing up my taxes, I had to calculate all my Uber expenses or my Lyft expenses from last VidCon, and I'm just like, wow, I spent a lot of money on fucking Lyft.
Yep. I don't even have the app. I'm gonna have to download the apps of one of those so I can get a ride when I get there. Because I'm not taking the shuttle. I looked at the times, and it's like if you rented a car or took a taxi, you could be at your hotel in like 60, in like fucking 30 minutes or something. If you take the shuttle, it's 2 hours because they got to make multiple stops along the way. Different hotels and shit.
I don't know. I took it. It was only like maybe 30, 40 minutes to get over there, but that's about what it would take anyway.
Well, maybe you got lucky and they just, fucking. What time did you arrive? Was it late at night and they just didn't have a lot of passengers or something?
No, I arrived at around like 9:30 in the morning.
They probably didn't have passengers. I'm arriving at like, oh God, 6 in the evening.
There may be more than yeah.
There's going to be a lot of traffic at that time too.
Because what is it? I get in around like 9:30 in the morning this year, and then Jeff Holiday and his wife get in about an hour later. So I'm just going to hang out at LAX for an hour, and then I'm going to do that, and then we're all going to catch a ride, I think, over to our Airbnb. Or over to the area to where our Airbnb might be, and then get rested up and whatever else. Like, my girlfriend's trying to talk me into getting like a later flight to get in a little bit later. And I'm like, I'll see what I can.
I don't think there's the convention center itself. There's probably not going to be much going on in the evenings, right?
No. There's not. There's like the Wednesday because last year,
a daytime thing, right?
Yeah, last year I got in on Tuesday. I got in a full like 2 days early. I didn't realize this. I thought it started on Wednesday. Wednesday's just pre-registration. That's it.
Right.
So like nothing else going on. So it's like, oh, okay. So I like Wednesday I got my because the convention is like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I ended up just hanging. What it was is we all just ended up fucking hanging out on Wednesday. And and basically like spending I think the entire afternoon at a bar called The Cave. So like it was 2 PM and like 13, 14 people who are loud as fuck YouTubers roll on in. And everyone's drinking beer and talking and hanging out because there's air conditioning. And then like I forget who it was. I think it was Crazy Hair that like brought in her Uber driver. Cause like he was apparently a fan of Sargon or something and like brought him in to like meet Sargon or someone who was there. And again, the whole thing is like a whirlwind fucking experience. So yeah, it's gonna be...
I'll figure it out when I get there. But I would like Thursday night when I get in to just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Like 6 or 7. By the time I actually get to my hotel, get checked in and everything, it'll probably be 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we'll still be running pretty strong, man.
Yeah, there's no question. I'm not going to be getting into costume or anything the moment I land. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. No one would want you to do that. Like, oh, come get a burrito. And then we'll do a little bit of drinking and then.
So hopefully you guys are at some sort of bar or something, and I could just find out where we are.
Be at our house. We'll probably be at our house.
Oh, that's fine too.
That's what we did last year. Is that we were at Bunty King's house, and that ended up being that was like the central hub. Until like 4 o'clock in the morning. They had like 9 people in that house, and there were people hanging out there to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And so it just ended up really being this thing. And so Bunty's crashing. We're staying with Bunty this year. So I hope not. I don't want our place being the hangout place. Not for everybody. Like couple people, sure, totally, but not.
But you're staying with Jeff and Nick and them, right?
No, Nick's actually getting a different place. They have their own Airbnb.
Oh, okay. So who are you staying with then?
I'm staying with Jeff.
Okay.
There was a couple miscommunications in terms of booking,
right.
And also if certain people are going to be going, and so then like last minute additions, this kind of ended up causing a bit of a problem, and so there's an adjacent Airbnb that Nick and a few other people have got.
All right, right. It's a fucking block party, a YouTube block party.
Pretty much. It's good. It's definitely good times.
Sounds good, man. Well, that's going to be interesting, man. I just I'm going to get side quest launched and then head on out to LA for the first time. I did want to set aside some time to go down and see the ocean. Like, I've never seen the Pacific. So I've never been that far out west, dude. Like,
yeah, talk to Wizard of Cause, because he's very much gonna want to do the same thing.
Yeah, probably work something out with somebody there eventually. So it's going to be an interesting experience, that's for sure. We'll see what happens. So anyway, I'm going to bounce off, man. It's been fun. I just wanted to say hi, Yeah. But it's just getting a little late here, and I'm getting tired. So
yeah, I got to go and check to see what's going on with my sister, and I'll probably be on for like maybe another 15-20 minutes myself, and then go check that out.
So what's going on with your sister?
Oh, she gave birth. So,
nice! Congratulations.
So she had to get a C-section tonight, and so she's in recovery. My family's all up the hospital, so I'm waiting to get that go ahead to come on over. I'll probably just end up finishing up here and then heading on over anyway.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That way you could be like halfway there when you get the fucking call. So
yeah, it's not far away either. It's where we had my daughter 6 months ago, so I know how to get there, no problem.
Yep, sounds good, man. Well, congratulations to her and to your family, and thanks for having me on. We'll talk again soon, I hope.
Oh, well, yeah, if anything, it'll be a couple of days.
Yeah. Have a good one, Matt.
You too. Talk to you later, man.
Later.
All right, you bastards. So I'm going to be on for about another 20 minutes. Let's talk whatever you guys want to talk about. We'll do E3, whatever. What are you guys looking forward to right now? What are you guys? What kind of games are you looking forward to? Thank you very much, Gonzo Duke. It's a nephew. It's a nephew. He's got an older brother who's 2.5. So that's my other nephew. And so now I've got 2 nephews and a daughter. And my dad is very happy that his little family is growing. So, yep. And Maddie's an older cousin and also a younger cousin. Now she's an older cousin. So Superman. Oh, fuck. Batchmate. You think Rocksteady is going to announce it? You think they're going to announce it tomorrow? It's been 3 years since the last Rocksteady game, and they've been quiet as fuck since then. I totally forgot about that. Oh, that'd be dope as fuck, dude. That'd be dope as fuck. Oh, Alex Rhodes, Fallout 76 is in your home state. Yeah, dude. No, it looks good, man. I've been fucking singing that West Virginia song all night too. I was like, put my daughter to like hold my daughter and like singing that song and shit. You're looking for Soul Calibur 6 and Smash? That could be pretty good. Not enough talk about Metro Exodus. I'd like to see more in Metro Exodus, to be honest with you. Hopefully we'll get some more gameplay over the course of the week. Yeah, I know. I'm really hoping that Rocksteady does something. I just don't know if a Superman game is going to be like, again, how would a regular criminal hurt Superman unless they all had kryptonite encrusted bullets? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Better be the John Denver version. It's whatever one I've been hearing today. Todd Howard for Smash Bros. Exactly. You demand Animal Crossing for console. Porcelain, I completely agree. Do I think that a Rocksteady Superman is in the same continuity as the Arkham? I hope so. And then I hope Batman's a playable character. Maybe magic encrusted bullets. I don't know. I don't know how they would hurt Superman. That's true. We don't know what the enemies will be. We don't know. That's true. But they'd make it okay. Like, it's been 3 years. They got a lot more tech to play with now. They'd be able to create and be able to push and, build up the world and do all this other shit. So you figure they would have an open world. Superman will just have to say Martha and they'll stop and be friends. Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, we haven't heard anything on that in a year. So far, Squeedo, you're saying you're looking forward to Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls 6. Even though Elder Scrolls 6, it's going to be such a long wait for that one. The thing is, I'm super happy it's been announced. I'm also not even remotely going to like, after tonight, I'm just not going to think about it because I don't want to sit there and spend years or however long waiting for the game to come out. Am I excited for Just Cause 4? Hell yeah, man. I love Just Cause 3. I'm hoping that they make it a little bit more like in depth in terms of story on a few little things. Like, I don't get me wrong, like Just Cause 3 was great. But when it launched, it had some problems. I think they probably fixed it by now. Let's see. You're scared Starfield will be next gen, especially with Xbox, with the Xbox drop earlier. Oh, you're talking about the new Xbox console? Maybe. What's going on, Arbitrary Alex? How are you, buddy? ES6 was announced. Wasn't announced, it was just mentioned that it's not canceled yet. Nah, it's definitely coming. Let's see. Diablo 4 or Overwatch Battle Royale. Probably I heard Diablo mobile game is happening. And Overwatch Battle Royale is not going to happen. They make too much money on esports to fuck with that shit. Oh my god, Dying Light 2 looks so good. Thank you very much, Mr. Adam. I love this hoodie. My sister finally gave me she got me this for Christmas, but she didn't give it to me till my birthday because she found it. So my family knows I'm a big Fallout fan. So I'm looking forward to that shit. What's that ranking of the E3 conferences so far? Bethesda, Xbox, EA. EA is going to probably be the bottom one for the entire thing. EA wasn't bad. It was just boring. Whatever happened to Dead Island 2? It was actually it was canceled indefinitely a while ago. Deep Silver, where have they been? Right? They were like this they kind of come out and done a lot of shit. Everything else happened. Let's see. Big Red Bear for $2 Canadian. Was the Superman game announced? You didn't see it. It wasn't announced, but the rumor has been that's what Rocksteady's doing next, a Superman game. I personally would love the idea of Rocksteady doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Yeah, think about that one. Think about that for a second, right? TMNT 4-player co-op, done like an Arkham style of fighting. It'd be fucking fantastic. What are the odds? The rumors of Death Stranding already being more expensive than God of War in 1 year? Pretty high. It's Kojima. Nothing is ever below budget with him. Thoughts on extra credits getting Me Too'd? I heard about that. James Portnoy. I didn't read all the tweets. I did hear about it. I'll just say there's no such thing as an honest male feminist. Let's be fair. At this point, we're waiting for Jonathan McIntosh to get Me Too'd. That's going to be like the crown jewel to end all the other shit. Oh yeah, Deep Silver, Hellraid. That was Hellraid was a Techland game, right? And they canceled it. Yeah, remember when like Techland was like not what you'd consider to be a AAA developer? They with Dead Island and then like Hellraid and that was the Dead Island Riptide, and they just kind of made games that looked like ass. But then they came out a couple years later with Dead Island, and you're like, where in the fuck did this come from? Like, holy shit! I'm Dying Light. So I'm talking about. What are my thoughts on the writers that have worked with Kojima in the past saying he's a lunatic who has no idea how to write? I would say that I would agree with that. Actually, I've looked at the plot lines of his fucking games. He doesn't know how to write, but he knows how to direct and he knows how to produce and he has a vision. That's the problem is Kojima does not know how to write, period. And I'm sorry, no, you can sit there and argue like all this kind of like philosophy shit or whatever the fuck it is, but there's a gigantic fucking fire whale in the opening scene of fucking Metal Gear Solid 5, and you're just like, why? What? So no. You'd set up for Sam Biddle or Steve Totillo getting Me Too. Sam Biddle, I would prefer over Totillo. Totillo just seems harmless. Wasn't there a TMNT game in the style of Arkham called Out of the Shadows? Yeah, that was done by Platinum Games. It just wasn't very good. Surprisingly, Platinum Games put out a game that wasn't very good. Do I think you think Rocksteady should focus on a new franchise? I'd like to see them focus on something new. I don't think Medusa. You keep talking about Medusa. I don't quite get the connection. So, Tracy, what's been happening with the chat? It's been kind of weird for me as well in terms of last couple of days. Some comments don't go through, things like that. So the giant fire whale was symbolic of Kojima's ego burning everything he loves. Oh, that's fucking great, man. That's fucking fantastic. Is Star Citizen a scam? I at this point, I'd say it's hard to argue that it isn't a scam. I know people in the chat will disagree. They'll say that it's poorly managed. I don't know if scam's the right word, but there's no way to disagree that the game is not a dumpster fire. It's just a dumpster fire at this point. So if Death Stranding doesn't break even, will Sony fire Kojima? No, because but they'll rein him in. They'll definitely rein him in. Yeah, Kojima's a great director, but not a writer. Exactly. Why not have like Guillermo del Toro write a script? I'm sure he's got many in a drawer. Toss it to Kojima and tell Kojima to make it, and then have Guillermo del Toro produce it and stand over Kojima so he sticks to the script and then doesn't insert like weird shit that nobody cares about. That, and make it like 18 hours long. I think that'd be okay. Star Citizen may as well be developed by Tim Schafer. Oh, that's a burn. Is Fallout 76 online? Yes, it's entirely online. So no, I like Medusa's story just fine. I don't see how a Greek goddess that can turn people into stone would make for a compelling character to lead a video game. Am I planning on being in more Midnight's Edge streams in the future? Yeah. If they invite me on, I was supposed to do their solo postmortem or the roundtable review. But because I liked the movie and they didn't, and I never got. I was busy when they were recording. So, you can play solo, but the thing is, American Gooner Max, can you play solo without threat of your base being invaded and you being killed by a party of griefers? That's the question. That's what a lot of people are going to want to know the answer to. Me personally, I'm okay with that being an ever looming problem, because for me, that heightens the intensity of the game, right? It's like, oh, around the corner, there could be any chucklefuck out there waiting to kick my ass at any point in time. And then I'm going to be like, bitch, let's fucking roll on this shit. You know what I mean? And then I'll be trying to get my hands on fucking nuclear codes and be like, oh, you fuck on me. You fuck on me. Boop, 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 boop. Boom. I fuck on you, bitch. And take out they shit. That's my plan. I want to fuck with them nukes, right? I will fucking sit there. I will stealth kill. I will go through that whole game and I will get myself the nuclear code and I will launch a nuke at somebody just to say that I did. That to me is so much fucking cool. That to me is griefing to like the nth fucking degree. I'm down with that. Rocksteady should make an Alex Jones game. I don't know. Let's see. All right. When is Rockstar making Bully 2? I don't know, man. When are they going to port Max Payne 3 to the current gen consoles? Who do we have to blackmail to get a Chrono Trigger game? I don't know, but I guarantee you it's somebody. How would they prevent hackers from having all the nukes? They probably won't. And that's going to make it for a lot more interesting, right? It'd be a lot more interesting if all of a sudden we're looking at, a real interesting situation with that shit. I'm totally on board, for that to go down. It would be annoying. It would definitely be annoying. But at the same time, I think it'd be funny to experience at once, just to watch hackers have all the nukes in the silos and watch them all go off at once, very similar to the ending of Terminator 3. And someone go like, boom, 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 boom. That'd be fucking cool with me. I'd be okay with that. Will the Battletoads reboot reference Alex Jones turning the frogs gay? Probably not, but it should. You'd play a game version of the Iliad/Odyssey? I'd be okay with that. I'd be all right. I love those fucking stories. Hey, Mr. Adam, thanks. Have Trump negotiate to get the nukes dismantled. That's funny. Do I think we're gonna get a Splinter Cell reboot? We need one. Not Splinter Cell Blacklist, right? But an actual like hardcore stealth reboot. The problem with it is though, people like high intense action, and I don't know if Ubisoft will ever go back to that. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up here in a couple minutes because it's gonna be a long night for me, and I gotta get some caffeine and get everything ready to go. But this has been a lot of fun. I mean, I think Magog for coming on. I didn't know he didn't know what the E3 was. So kind of did derail, but he's a good guy. He's my buddy, and you should all go check out his channel. So you wish they'd reboot the Legacy of Kain series? 100%, 100%. Okay, yeah. All right. No, nope. That's okay. Like my phone started vibrating. It's not that. It's something else. Reboot Custer's Revenge. Yes. 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 Reboot it. Bring it back. At the same time, why not bring back the Atari? Just bring back the Atari 64. Just do that. That'd be okay. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. Oh god, what time is Squeenix? You know what? I may not even watch Square Enix. E3. Okay, hold on. When is it? When is it? It's in the morning. I know it's in the morning. I'll probably watch it. Let's see here. 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay. Okay. I'll probably watch it. I'll be up feeding my daughter at that point. So, I'll watch it. I always get so bored by the Square Enix ones. Like, I don't give a fuck about Final Fantasy unless they show me some part of Final Fantasy VII's reboot. Although we haven't seen anything about that. You know, I just it's so ridiculous. Okay. I just don't care. Thoughts on Spider-Man 4, PS4? Oh, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. What's going on, Magic Carp Ghost Splash? How are you, man? Custer's Revenge now with the Islam DLC pack. Oh, Keenan, you bastard. That was a good one. If the FF7 reboot is episodic as real-time combat, yeah. I mean, that's actually why I'm interested in it. It's because of real-time combat, but I can understand why Puritans don't. I want to see it. I want to check it out. But at the same time, we haven't seen anything on it in a couple of years. Magic Carpool. I'm not. I'm getting ready to close this thing out, so I'm not bringing anyone on right now. But I'll need to do like maybe a post E3 stream or something, going through the Discord and bring people in and have conversation about it. Custer's Revenge Battle Royale. You want to see Resident Evil 2 remake footage? That'd be pretty cool. Is Red Dead 2 skipping E3? I think we're going to see a bit of it at. I think we're going to see something for it at Sony tomorrow. Let's see. Sony will make a big laugh of Microsoft after that Xbox tease. I don't care. I felt like the Xbox tease was so stupid. Do I think Trump will get a peace deal with North Korea? I think he's going to claim it, but it's not going to be a done deal. You can't just go have a one-day summit and go like peace. It's not going to work. There's a lot there that's got to happen. Trump is going to, Trump is going to claim it's victorious, but if he ever feels like he's not being fully respected, he'll stop. He'll fuck it up. I'm interested in Final Fantasy VII because it's not like Final Fantasy VII. Exactly. I don't mind turn-based strategy. I liked Final Fantasy VII. I just think this is going to be interesting to see what they do with it, given how good Final Fantasy 15 was. Now, the episodic nature of it's kind of lame, and I think at this point, they should probably not do it and release the whole thing. But you can't. I mean, you know what? Things get remastered all the time. Yeah, General, I'm streaming again. Yeah, this stream is ad heavy. I didn't know that it was running ads. It's telling me that it's not. So. Kingdom Hearts is stupid in your high school, and the new one will be stupid. I'm kind of on board with Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna borrow it from my brother, and then I'll play it once he's done. Command and Conquer. Where the fuck is that at? Hold on. I did. Hold on. Oh, God fucking damn it. I don't care about that. All right. Hold on. My fucking phone. Fuck me. Jesus. Just do the fucking thing. God damn. There we go. Hold on. I got. I downloaded Rivals. If it would fucking work. Scroll to accept. Fine. God. There we go. There we go. Command & Conquer Rivals. I downloaded it. I'm going to give it a shot. I might do a gameplay video of it. Let's see. Did I play Shenmue 1 and 2? I played Shenmue 1 when it came out. And then I never played Shenmue 2 because I didn't have an Xbox at the time. Or I did and I just forgot about it. But I did play Shenmue 1. I did seriously download it. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna check it out tonight. I'm gonna play it tonight a little bit. Yeah, like I thought it looked like fun. I know it. That makes me part of the problem. I get that, but it could be a good time. It could also be absolute shit. I have no fucking idea. Anything would happen with that shit. But all right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. Go to the hospital. Go see my sister. I appreciate everyone who's hung out with me this long. Totally just kind of an impromptu thing. Had a lot of fun with it. We'll definitely do it again. Wow, I didn't know I'm shaking my camera with that. And I'll be on tomorrow night. Try talking about Sony afterward and shit. And we'll have a lot of fun. And maybe I'll stream it. Who knows? But thank you guys. Have yourself a great day and peace out.